Hello friends, I am Dr. Madhukar Jadhav. In previous lecture, we have studied the various mechanisms which are taking place in phytoremediation technique. In this lecture, we are going to study regarding advantages and disadvantages of phytoremediation. Then new technique of treatment we are going to study, that is root zone technique, in which introduction and working of root zone technique we are going to study. So starting with advantages of phytoremediation. In principle, plants that engage in phytoremediation of toxic elements could be harvested, thus removing these elements from the polluted sites. The cost of phytoremediation is lower than that of traditional processes. The plants can be easily monitored. The possibility of the recovery and reuse of valuable metals can be possible by this technique. It is potentially the least harmful method because it uses naturally occurring organisms and preserves the environment in a more than natural state. It preserves the topsoil, maintaining the fertility of the soil. It increases soil health, yield, and plant phytochemicals. And the last use is the use of plant also reduces erosion and metal leaching into the soil as well as in groundwater. Next slide. Disadvantages of phytoremediation. Phytoremediation simply relocate the toxic metals. It does not remove them from the location. Phytoremediation is limited to the surface area and depth occupied by the plant roots. Means whatever the depth of the plant is there and the surface area in which plants are planted, for that limited area only this treatment is taking place. Next one, slow growth and low biomass requires long-term commitment in this phytoremediation. With plant-based system of remediation, it is not possible to completely prevent the leaching of contaminants into the soil and the groundwater. The survival of the plant is affected by the toxicity of the contaminated land and the general conditions of the soil. Next slide. So these are the different we can say plants which are used in root zone techniques. So here a tank is constructed and in which the plants are planted. In general, this system consists of, at the bottom there is an under drainage system to collect the treated sewage. Above under drainage the gravel bed is there. Above the gravel coarse sand is there, and above that the soil depth is there, maybe say 30 centimeter or depending upon the design, and in which the plants are planted. Next slide. So introduction of the root zone treatment system. Root zone treatment system use natural processes to effectively treat domestic and the industrial wastewater. It was first developed in 1917 in Germany and has been successfully used in different parts of the world, mainly in Europe and America. Root zone treatment systems are by now and well known in temperature climate and are easy to operate on-site treatment facilities which involve less installment, maintenance and the operational cost than the conventional treatment methods. Root zone technology is effective technology and it is also called as decentralized wastewater treatment system. The term root zone involves the interaction of various species of bacteria, fungi and other microorganisms, the root of wetland plant, filter bed media, sun and the water. So the various parameters or factors which taking part in the treatment of wastewater are the various species of the bacteria, maybe fungi and the other microorganisms. Also the roots of the wetland plants. Then filter bed or filter bed media. Then sun is taking part because by photosynthetic activity by the plants the oxygen and carbon dioxide uptake is taking place and the water which is present in the wastewater. So these factors or we can say parameters are taking part in the treatment in root zone technique. Definition: root zone treatment systems are sealed filter beds consisting of sand, gravel, soil system, occasionally with a cohesive material or element planted with vegetation which can grow in wetland. So this RZTS is also called as wetland system. After removal of coarse and floating material from the wastewater, the remaining wastewater is applied on the filter bed where biodegradation of the wastewater takes place. This method combines mechanical filtration, chemical precipitation and biological degradation in one step for the treatment of wastewater. The process in a root zone system to treat the sewage begins with passing the raw effluent after removing grit or floating material from the sewage, and this wastewater may be applied horizontally or vertically through a bed of soil having impervious bottom. So these are the two figures which shows the sewage flow horizontal and sewage flow vertical. So here the wastewater is applied through this pipe and it flows horizontally and finally it reaches to the bottom through which it is taken out. While in case of vertical flow system, the wastewater is applied through this pipe vertically and it flows vertically through the soil, through the coarse sand, then gravel and finally under drainage system it is collected. Now sometimes the liner of polyethylene is also applied like this to avoid the entry of this wastewater along the side grounds, we can say. Now in this root zone treatment system, at the bottom, as I have told, the collection system is there. Above that gravel bed is there, then coarse sand is there, and then a soil layer is there in which the reeds or we can say different plants are planted. So the names of all these are shown in this figure. Next slide. Now when the wastewater is passing through the root zone treatment system, the three main mechanisms are taking place. One is physical mechanism, second chemical mechanism, and third one is the biological mechanism. Now in physical mechanism, sedimentation, filtration, adsorption and volatilization of different pollutants takes place. In chemical, precipitation, adsorption, hydrolysis and the oxidation or we can say reduction of the different pollutant takes place. And in case of biological treatment, bacterial metabolism, plant metabolism, plant absorption and natural die-off takes place. So by these three techniques the treatment in root zone treatment takes place, and these we can say removal techniques is called as mechanisms of removal. Next one. So these are the different plants which are very much useful for the treatment of wastewater in root zone treatment system. Generally, the plants, those who are having wide leaves, or the plants who are having more number of leaves, such plants are very much useful in case of root zone treatment system. So this is all about the root zone treatment system for the treatment of wastewater. So this is enough in this lecture. Thank you.